Welcome back, my awesome kindergartners. It's Miss Johnson here. We have been sharing some great stories, and I can't wait for you to hear today's story. We are in Domain 3, Lesson 6. So let's get started. Today's story is called Mama Tara, Peach Boy. Purpose for listening. The Japanese folktale that you will hear today is called Mama Taro, Peach Boy. The main character in the story, which is Mama Taro, is very brave. I want you to listen carefully and find out how Mama Taro helps his village. Some key vocabulary words that you're going to hear in today's read aloud include island. An island is a piece of land completely surrounded by water. A pheasant. A pheasant is a type of bird that normally has a very long tail. Swooped. Swooped means moved downward quickly through the air in a curving movement. Listen out for those words. So today's folktale is based out of Japan. And if you look over at the map, boys and girls, this is where Japan is located. It's a country that is in Asia. Once upon a time, in a very small village, in a country of Japan, lived a kind old man and his good, honest wife. One fine morning, the old man went to the hills to cut firewood, while his wife went down to the river to wash their clothes. The old woman was scrubbing the clothes on a stone when something strange came floating down the river. It was a peach, a very big peach, a very big and round peach. She picked it up, and carried it home with her, thinking that she and her husband could eat it when he returned. The old man soon came down from the hills, and the old woman set the peach before him. The peach began to shake and wobble at the table. The old man and the old woman looked in amazement. The peach split apart, and out came a baby boy. The old man and the old woman took care of the baby. They were kind to him and raised him as their very own son. They called him Mama Taro, a fine name, which means peach boy. Mama Taro grew up to be strong and brave, which was a good thing for the village because for many years the villagers had been bothered by the Oni, who were greedy monsters who stole things from the villagers. Everyone in the village wished that the Oni would stop bothering their village. Now remember, monsters are made up and they're not real. This story is just pretend. I'm going to the island of the Oni who steal from our village. I will bring back what they have stolen and stop them from harming us ever again. Please make some millet cakes for me to take along on my journey. The old man and the old woman were worried, but they made the millet cakes for Mama Taro, and he started on his way. He had not gone far when he had met a dog. "Where are you going, Mama Taro?" asked the dog. "I'm going to the island of the Oni to bring back what they have stolen from my village," said Mama Taro. "And what are you carrying in that sack?" asked the dog. "I'm carrying the best millet cakes in Japan," said Mama Taro. "Would you like one?" Yes," said the dog, "and I will come with you to the island of the Oni, and I will help you." The dog ate the millet cake, and then he and Mama Taro walked on. Soon they met a monkey. "Where are you going, Mama Taro?" asked the monkey. "I'm going to the island of the Oni to bring back what they have stolen from my village," said Mama Taro. "I will come with you," said the monkey, and Mama Taro thanked him and gave him a millet cake. Now the three of them walked along, and soon they heard a call. Mama Taro, Mama Taro, where are you going? Mama Taro looked around to see who was calling. A big pheasant flew out of the field and landed at his feet. Mama Taro told him that he and his new friends were going to the island of the Oni. Then I will come with you and help you, said the pheasant. Mama Taro thanked him, and he gave him a millet cake. So Mama Taro went on his way with the dog, the monkey, and the pheasant following close behind him. They soon came to the island of the Oni. The Oni lived in a big stone castle. The pheasant flew over the high castle walls. He swooped down and flew back and forth so fast that it scared the Oni. The Oni shouted and screamed and ran about in confusion. Just then, Mama Taro, with the help of the dog and the monkey, broke through the gate of the castle. Oh, what a scene! The dog and the monkey ran about the legs of the Oni, which tripped them so much that they had trouble standing. Mama Taro ran left and right, waving his staff or walking stick. Many of the Oni ran away, and soon it was just Mama Taro and the Oni king. Mama Taro ordered the Oni king to collect all of the treasure that the Oni had stolen. Mama Taro and his friends gazed in amazement at the beautiful gowns and jewels and gold and silver that had been stolen from their village over the years. So Mama Taro took all of the riches back to the village, and the village was never again bothered by the Oni. Mama Taro and the old man and the old woman lived in peace and plenty for the rest of their lives. All right, boys and girls, so now that we're done with that folktale, let's jump into some questions. So who were the characters in today's story? Let's name them. Mama Taro Peach Boy, the old man, the old woman. What about those animals? Do you remember? The pheasant, the dog, and who were the greedy monsters that were stealing from the village? You guessed it, the Oni. So who are the Oni? Do you remember who they were? You guessed it, those greedy monsters that were stealing from the village. Were they real or make-believe? You guessed it, this was a make-believe story because monsters are not real. What does Mama Taro give each of the animal characters in return for their help? The millet cakes, and they were probably tasty. Let's jump into some word work. In today's folktale, you heard me read the word swooped. The pheasant swooped down and flew back and forth so fast that it scared the Oni. Say that word swooped with me 3 times. Swooped, swooped, swooped. Swooped means something moved downward quickly in a curving movement. The seagull swooped down to the ocean to grab a fish. I'm going to read you several statements. If the statement describes swooped correctly, say that describes something swooped. If the statement does not describe swooped, I want you to say that does not describe swooped. Are you ready? Here we go. The bird dove to get a worm. What do you think? That describes swooped. The student ran through the door into the classroom. I don't think that describes swooped. The plane flew down and then back up. That describes swooped. The butterfly fluttered slowly through a field. That doesn't describe swooped. Well, boys and girls, I had a great time sharing that story with you today. Until we meet next time, see you real soon. Bye.